Ever wondered how to bake the most delicious Tollhouse cookies? Today, we're going to show you exactly how to do just that. Let's start with what you'll need. 335 grams of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon each of baking soda and salt, and 227 grams of butter. We'll sweeten things up with 150 grams each of white and brown sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract for that extra punch of flavor. Now here's where things get interesting. We're adding not one, but two types of chocolate chips, a cup each of dark and white. And to top it all off, we're throwing in a cup of chopped cranberries, which will add a soft, tart contrast to our sweet and chocolatey cookie. It's a twist on the classic recipe that we think you're going to love. Now that we have our ingredients ready, it's time to get baking. Scene script. First things first, preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. While that's heating up, let's get our dough ready. Our first step is to combine our dry ingredients. Grab a bowl and mix together 335 grams of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and a teaspoon of salt. Stir it all together until it's nicely combined and set this bowl aside for a moment. Now it's time to create the creamy base of our dough. Get your mixing machine and beat 227 grams of butter, 150 grams of white sugar, and the same amount of brown sugar. Keep going until it all blends into a creamy, fluffy mixture. Next, we'll add a splash of magic with 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Let it dive into your creamy mixture and continue to beat. The aroma of vanilla will fill your kitchen, signaling the start of something delicious. Now, we're ready to introduce our eggs to the party. Crack open 2 large eggs. But remember, add them one at a time. Make sure each egg is fully incorporated before you invite the next one in. It's time to bring back our dry ingredients. Gradually add this to your wet mixture. Mix it all together until you can't distinguish between the two. It's a harmonious blend of ingredients that will soon transform into mouth-watering cookies. Finally, it's time to add the stars of our show, the chocolate chips and cranberries. Gently fold in a cup each of dark chocolate chips, white chocolate chips, and chopped cranberries. Handle them with care. You don't want to crush those beautiful chips or squish the cranberries, so the dough is ready. But it's not cookie time just yet. We need to shape our dough into uniform portions. An ice cream scooper works perfectly for this. Remember, these cookies need their personal space on the tray, so space them out nicely. And there you have it, your cookie dough is ready. Time to shape these up and get them ready for the oven. With our oven preheated and our dough balls lined up on the tray, it's time to bake these delicious Tollhouse cookies. The magic truly begins when the heat of the oven meets the prepared dough. As we slide our tray into the oven, the anticipation starts to build. These cookies need to bake at 180 degrees Celsius for about 8 to 10 minutes. But remember, the key to a perfect cookie is to keep a watchful eye. Overbaking is a cookie's nemesis. We want to achieve a beautiful balance between a crispy edge and a soft, chewy center. To do this, we must look for a subtle sign. As soon as the edges start to turn a light golden brown, that's our cue. It's time to take them out of the oven. Now, resist the temptation to immediately remove the cookies from the tray. Let them rest there for about 5 to 8 minutes. This resting period allows the cookies to set and develop their perfect texture. Once they've had their rest, it's time to transfer our baked marvels onto a kitchen wire rack. This step is key for the cookies to cool down completely and achieve their final delicious form. Once cooled, your Tollhouse cookies are ready to enjoy. Perfectly baked, these cookies are a treat for the senses. Each bite brings a delightful crunch, followed by the rich taste of white and dark chocolate chips and the tangy burst of soft cranberries. Enjoy. And there we have it, folks. The most delicious Tollhouse cookies made right at home. Remember, the key is to cream the butter and sugars until they're light and fluffy, then add the eggs one at a time, followed by the dry ingredients. Don't forget those delightful chips and cranberries. And lastly, be careful not to overbake, just until the edges are lightly browned. Let them cool, and they're ready to be savored. Enjoy these delectable cookies with your favorite beverage. Until next time, happy baking!